Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2, the grand combination with me, Alpha by Omega, and the Ottoman Empire. So in this episode we are going to attack Khorasan and we are going to make them a puppet. They really will not bring too much to us other than a little bit of cotton and some coal, both of which I believe we already have, but you know, it's good to expand. So let's unpause the game, have the game, make up its mind because it's gonna crash our economy again as I'm starting a new session. But hopefully, just hopefully, it's gonna be fine. Now, we are doing very bad. We are a secondary power again with the position of 12 as far as score goes, which is amazing. We just reached 40 million total population again, which is amazing. So generally speaking, despite the fact that we lost the Balkans and Egypt was taken away from us, we are doing great. We are doing great. So hopefully the trend is gonna continue. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we already are justifying or... Yes, we are already justifying. Good. I mean, we can take a hit if it comes down to it, but hopefully we won't. I would like to... Okay, now we're safe, but I would still like it if, it didn't really happen. How are we doing with the British? 100. Alright, let's increase the relations a little bit so that they are not that bad. With Russia, we are also fine. Alright, the war between Germany and Austria-Hungary is still continuing. That's crazy. They've annexed Banat, didn't they? Yeah, they've annexed Banat. Austro-Hungarian restoration. A military leader has died. Right, Germany has a military forces 400 and get 240. Well, at this point, I could kind of believe the German is going to turn it around. I'm going to see. Nassau William Sr. The works of Nassau William Sr. have been printed and distributed in your country. When the academics have debated and refined their dialogue, its merits will soon be known by a large segment of your population. At this point, it will produce changed economic behavior and procedures in your country. So loan interest goes down, which is, kind of cool, but not that we would need it at this point. Alright, you funded all the projects, which is great. We've upgraded the canned food factory in Constantinia, which is good. I think we might invest in a little bit more expansion here and there in some of the profitable factories. It's hard to mention or realize which are actually profitable. But we are still boosting the capitalist. Soldiers are going on their own, which is great. So let's leave it be as it is for now, but then we're gonna switch from iron breech loaded artillery to nationalism and imperialism, because we want to get to that revolution and counter-revolution. I know that I'm gonna be able to use it most likely, but I still would like it. Actually, I'm thinking if we don't want to switch to officers, but we have officers already in a pretty decent amount, so I still can't get over the fact that all of our clerks are Jewish. It's just crazy. Alright, well, and the culture is at 30.4%, that's really nice. Religion over... Well, almost 55% of all of our people are now Sunni Muslims, so that's great. Can you really do some expansions here? I mean, there's no point in expanding factories that don't have enough people. But with the military that we have right now, it might actually soon be a good idea to... to start focusing on workers rather than soldiers, because where the hell did you guys come from? Yugoslav nationalists. And you've driven. Oh, nice! Okay. So we were detected almost at the end of our justification against Khorasan. I don't even think we need more than one army. Is there a place where you guys could even be stationed? Not really. These are all so bad. I could split you and have one of you up here and the other one over there. So let's do just that. So you guys gonna go over here and you guys gonna go over. No, not to Yazd. To Isfahan. Right, so the 9th Army. I'm just gonna wait there until we get the justification. So I believe we were working on relations with Germany. What the hell? We've lost Kuwait. Through Kuwait, though Kuwait enjoyed a de facto independence since its birth early in the 18th century, chiefs acknowledged at different periods the nominal suzerainty of the Ottomans or the Wahhabi Imams of Riyadh. A few years ago, Mohammed bin Sabah succeeded to the chieftainship of the principality. The new ruler was an incompetent person, and consequently, affairs of the state gradually drifted into the hands of his shrewd brother-in-law, one Yusuf bin Abdullah al-Ibrahim, which was bent upon a policy of Ottomanizing the principality. In Muhammad's half-brother Mubarak, the patriotic party in Kuwait found a leader of outstanding ability and far-reaching ambitions, and soon enough Mubarak assassinated the ruling chief and seized power for himself. Fearing Ottoman intervention in Kuwait, Mubarak entered talks with the British residents of the Gulf, who seized the opportunity and convinced Mubarak to become a British protectorate. The British. It's always the British, isn't it? Always the British. Alright, so 304,000, I'm thinking. Alright, we can now declare war on them. Okay, I'm gonna start. Well, alright, we have 304,000. So let's remove focus from here. And instead, we're going to check where we have the highest amount. In fact, so Constantinople is one of them. Adana, I believe, is the second one, isn't it? No, Ankara and Constantinople. Are both of these ever? Alright, so let's focus on craftsmen here. And in Constantinople, I'm gonna focus on craftsmen. And where else? Any other place? No, not really. So let's just focus on these two for now, and we're gonna put the the capitalist in Eastern Thrace and Northern Macedonia. Wait, what? And in Bursa. Alright, let's switch it here. Oh, we already have that there. So that's fine. So we basically have 2 focuses on craftsmen and 2 on capitalists. Alright, sounds about right. Let's go with... Wait. Regular safety regulations. Let's go with good safety regulations. They actually help with population growth. So I'm gonna do that. There's actually another bonus to our population. I mean, because they're not dying in the factories. So it makes a lot of sense. And we need to fund the military. Jesus Christ. Actually, I'm thinking we're not gonna. Cholera. I'll quarantine the province. Patriotic Society, sure. And the Greek Congress. I think we really don't have much of a choice here but to declare war right now. Yeah, nobody is gonna protect you, but you really have no army. So I'm just gonna send my units there and take you. Casualties be damned, because we're never gonna be able to make it better. There just isn't enough support for our troops unless we like pillage everything. So let's get it over with. Alright, so the Greeks are no longer, they're allied with United Kingdom, but they are no longer in the sphere. And we got a regency. Sometimes the monarch just isn't there, dying without a suitable or old enough heir, becoming incapable or senile while the government enters a deadlock. Sometimes the monarch is so ill that the government doesn't work, and sometimes he's just away and someone incompetent was left to take care of things in his stead. Regardless of the reason, the Ottoman government is currently going for a regency. We can expect some instability in the years ahead. Oh dear God. Well, that's really bad. That is really bad. Now let's see how long it's gonna take us to get out of that. Because that is, of course, the worst possible moment, and we lost a lot of stability. And we're down to 70%. Not gonna pretend like that's good news, because it's not. What's good news is, though, that we are moving up in the world, climbing up that ladder. We'll see if we get more workers in the provinces, and I'm interested in seeing whether or not the military is big enough to grow on its own. It should be, but it's gonna be very hard to say that now, because we're actually taking casualties during our sieges, so yep. So you're in a sphere. You guys are still fighting. This is a massive thing. You're taken by... Who's occupying you? Wallachia, really? Interesting. Interesting. Alright, Iran is sending reinforcements. Which is good, you know. The good old Iran helping us. But it's not exactly necessary. Serbia is aligned with Russia. I mean, if at any point Serbia loses Russian support, which most likely is not going to happen, but if that would happen, I'd be all over it. Alright, you can take the capital now. Mashhad. And we're going to take them. So a little bit more prestige for us again, which is good. Prestige is always good. And I hate that I don't really have much of a choice but to increase the relation with the British. We just need to stay on their good side because, you know, they would I mean, maybe not down the line, but at this point, any war with the British would be catastrophic for us. John Eliot Cairns was a follower of John Stuart Mill. The slave power and defense of the North in the American Civil War made a great impression in England. He has written about non-competing groups in the labor market and is known for his distrust of mathematical economics. Among his works are the character and logical method of political economy and some leading principles of political economy newly expounded. So extra prestige. Alright, let's get a little bit of stability. Alright, funding this war is a nightmare for our budget, but it's gonna be done soon. Build wine industry. Oh yes, I'll fund that. And you're building it in Ankara, in all of the places. Out of all the places. And the glass industry in Constantinople was in level 4. Alright, Khorasan wants to become our puppet, which is great. We've just gained more prestige, so we can go back. Where were you? Here, right? In Hakkari, I think. Not entirely sure. Might be a good idea to start improving our armies again, getting more troops out there. So let's just temporarily lower the funding. Khiva and Afghanistan wants to ally with us. I'm not really interested in either. So what's the British strength? 1700, second biggest army in the world. The Russians have 2,358. That's just insane. Just imagine that army. Alright, so the soldier population is increasing on its own now really nicely. The amount of capitalists as well. And we're just gonna increase the amount of workers. So in Ankara, 21,700 for this 7 craftsmen. And in Constantinia we got 41,611. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Krakatoa explodes. Oh yes, we get more research points. Be modest, because I really don't think that is worth it. The eruption of the Krakatoa volcano and the resultant tsunami left over 36,500 dead in the Dutch East Indies. And the sound of the eruption was heard 3,000 miles away at the Rodriguez Island in the Indian Ocean. Over 70% of the island and its surrounding archipelago were destroyed as it collapsed into a caldera. Additional seismic activity and tsunamis were reported to have continued, and the eruption was one of the deadliest and most destructive volcanic events in recorded history. The explosion had a tremendous global impact, with the sky darkening worldwide for years afterwards, producing intensely red sunset and other optical effects, as well as global average temperature dropping by more than 1 degree Celsius. Alright, well, that's something. So you guys are coming back. Field training. Earlier on, training meant march training and basic drill, but at this point full units trained interoperability out in the field, acting as their brigade or division was in a state of war. The training vastly increased combat performance of units, mobilization impact 5%. Speak soft. I think we're very close to another possible revolt of someone. Jacobin rebels, 4.1%. Again, their regiments going up. Alright, well, we'll have to deal with them, unfortunately. What do they really want? So Mr. Moldavia wants an alliance. Baha'i farmers. Moldavia is in the sphere of Austria-Hungary. Yeah, Germany is clearing out the occupation. It looks like... Wait, is the war over? It is. Alright, so... What's that? The rebels? Militant socialism. Alright, we might see Germany descend into militant socialism. That would be fun. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, to be quite honest. Alright, relations with United Kingdom are fine. If you are also fine. Just want to get it better with. And the Germans. Industrial luxury furniture production. Marquetry is the centerpiece of the decorative use of the grain and color of wood in surfaces, unbroken by paneling for luxury furniture. To produce the desired effect, the ebonista or specialist in marquetry either drew the pattern directly on the base of the wood or affixed a paper pattern onto the wood. The thin sheet were then cut out with a burin or, later, sometimes with a saw. The pattern assembled and glued onto the carcass. Marquetry patterns became more and more complex and, though often floral, they could also include geometric and narrative subjects. The range of materials used also became more varied, including not only rare tropical woods and metals such as silver, bronze, and brass, but also a wide range of other materials of a semi-precious nature. Luxury furniture factory. Hell yeah. Okay, more prestige. Industry is a little bit behind, but I feel like we are now going to... I'm not really interested in allying with Italy, or not exactly my type. Alright, let's look at our armies and see... Alright, breech-loaded artillery is finished. So anything we want to get, the early railroad would be nice. Let me just see what the improved throughput would be. Supply limit, factory throughput, RGO throughput, troop movement. Well, oh, the inorganic chemistry is great. The soap industry. But I wanted the nationalism and imperialism. Morale. Turkish nationalism. The economy would also be great. How do I care about factory costs? Those aren't that big of a deal. Oh, the collectivist theory, look at that. That's, yeah, we need the collectivist theory, we need that prestige. Because we are working on everything, but prestige, man, that's where it lies for us. Alright, so we already gained 2,000 craftsmen during this episode. That's nice. That's gonna help us greatly with the economy, really. Expand small arms industry in Constantinople. Sure, I'll fund that. Pragmatism. More prestige. Pragmatism is perhaps the only peculiar American school of philosophy. The name... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. The name denotes a concern for a practical, taking human action and its consequences as the basic measure of truth, value, etc. This translates to experimentation and not merely of a method of scientific investigation, but as the primary way humans engage each other and the world around them. So extra prestige. I'm gonna fund you, and we've just lost some troops. So here we've lost one artillery, so let's recruit Turkish artillery. For you, the first army also lost an artillery piece, so let's recruit another Turkish artillery piece. And you guys also lost, no, used users. So let's get you the Turkish user. Alright. And I think we might think about getting another army for Makri. So that will require, I think we do have enough though for that. So that would be 5 units of guards. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 unit of hussars. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery. Alright. Well, it's gonna boost our military rating again, which is good. Who doesn't want to have a high military rating? First Farmers Bank. Let's leave it. The issue is that until we get to a decent spot, can't really expand anymore. Actually, we could make Afghanistan our puppet too. That's an interesting idea. But it would put us yet again closer to the British. I'm not really happy about that. I'd much rather justify war against someone I know I can take. But such nations are scarce. Alright, well, let's improve relations with the Germans again. And I think we'll call it an episode. What the hell is going on with the budget now? I'm not entirely sure. Well, a lot of factories are going to be funded. Nice. It's really good. Courage craftsman. I think we're doing good. So let's end the episode here. We've gained about 890,000 people. And the overall amount of craftsmen now is 127,000, of which in Constantinople now lives 44,760. Yeah, the focus really works. We have 309,670 soldiers. That also works. And we now have 3,115 capitalists, which is also really good. So our society is moving forward. I don't think that anyone can endanger us when it comes to the secondary power role now, but I think we're raising faster than the great powers are, but who's to say? The fact that the Russians are this good, though, is just absolutely scary. 36.67 million. About, yeah. It's crazy. What are the United States doing? 12.15 million. Well, whatever. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.